Liz from Means to Travel, and today I wanted to walk you through my clothing and shoes that I brought with me on this trip to London and Paris in November, and I packed everything in a carry-on. So let me take you through how I did this using a bit of a capsule wardrobe mentality, and hopefully you can learn a little something for your packing as well. So let's get into it. I think I should start with going through a little bit of what I'm wearing first, and then I'm going to walk you through the closet here. So I am wearing a black cashmere cardigan that can pretty much go with anything that I brought on this trip. And it's great because it's a lighter weight cashmere, and so it will definitely keep me warm in these 50-degree weather, 40s at night scenario, but is great for the plane because it's really cozy too. So I love this sweater, just bringing any sort of neutral sweater that is lighter in weight but will still keep you warm. Then I'm wearing a patterned floral blouse, kind of like a winter floral, that I believe I got at Loft many years ago. And there's a cami underneath as well. And the actual blouse is a really thin cotton, so it's could be something that if it needed to be washed, I could wash it in the sink, and it would dry overnight very easily. You will see that's a theme with a lot of the shirts that I bring, just in case I get stuck somewhere and need to do some quick hand wash laundry. Then I'm also wearing a black belt from Zara. It's the only belt that I brought on this trip. And I have a pair of jeans. I tend to go for higher end jeans, especially if I'm going to Europe, but generally what I've been buying lately is Page brand, which can be found at a lot of department stores or even Nordstrom Rack. And I like them because I feel like they really fit well and give me that European look. Then I have a pair of black socks on and do a little bit of my tree yoga poses. And I have my silver sneakers on that are Ron White, and they can go with everything that I brought and just be a great shoe for daytime. They have little zippers on the side here. Let me just kind of slip it off so I can show you. And that's great for being on the plane too, I've found, because when your feet expand, you don't actually need to take your shoes off to make sure that you are comfortable. So those are the shoes that I wear literally every single day while I'm here. Now let's get into the other shoes before we go into the clothes. So I've also brought here my Cole Haan little heeled booties, and I've packed all of my socks into the actual shoes themselves to save room, which is great. And so these are my going out at night shoes, or just if anything else fancy or comes up. Then I have a pair of flip-flops, nothing fancy, but just in case I need it for walking around a hotel, I want to make sure that I have flip-flops that I can just throw on. Let's get into the actual wardrobe. So for starters, I brought one coat. This is a black trench coat from London Fog. It has a zip out lining for any days that are a little bit warmer, and then it's a little bit fleece, I don't know if fleece is the right word, but wool, very soft lining to add in if it's a little bit cooler out like it is tonight, to keep me warm. So on top of that, because I went to London, and London is very notorious for rain, it's waterproof and has a hood. So I'm able to really protect myself from a lot of different weather. Then I've hung up on this belt back here. I have a cashmere scarf that's actually from Scotland, and I love it. And a pair of warm earmuffs. I actually haven't needed the earmuffs yet on this trip, but I might when I get actually back to the United States, because it sounds like it's snowing in the Midwest, even though it's only mid-November. Winter came early. And then I have a bathing suit here. I also haven't used the bathing suit but it's nice to just have one in case there's a hot tub or something at a hotel, and you never know if you need a bathing suit, and it's easy to throw in. Next, let's start with my shirts. So this is actually the thickest shirt that I brought. It's a base layer, Gap cotton black long sleeve shirt, and I planned to wear it underneath this sweater, which is more of a tunic length with the leggings that I brought, or tights, if I decided that I wanted to go out but needed a little bit warmer outfit. I have two shirts on one hanger here, so they're both longer and can be worn with leggings, so I wear these shirts on the plane typically. And they're a polyester rayon fabric, which is a lot of the shirts that I bring on trips, because I have found that this fabric is incredible at drying quickly if you need to wash it and dry it overnight. So moving on to some other shirts here. Same story. I have two shirts. One of them is also tunic length for leggings. One of them is good for my jeans. And these are, again, very quick drying. And then I have a longer sleeve shirt that is quick drying too. The extra bonus is that along with being quick drying, they're very thin fabric, and so they don't take up a lot of space when stacked together. And lastly, I have one other shirt to add a little bit of a day to night look, especially for Paris or a nicer area in London. And I really love this Dalmatian print, and it goes well with all of the jeans that I have, and again is the polyester rayon fabric that is easy to maintain while traveling. Then on this hanger, I have two different things, again, because I have a lot of stuff, not a lot of hangers. So I have one black, one white camis here for layering underneath any clothes if I need an extra layer of warmth or just of coverage. That is inclusive, on top of the one that I'm wearing now, underneath this blouse. And then I have one longer black dress with like a really lovely black lace bottom that can be dressed up or dressed down depending on which sweater I'd like to wear it with, and which shoes I wear it with. So if I'm going out to a nice restaurant, which I plan to tomorrow night with my husband in Paris, I am going to pair this with the black booties and probably a little bit nicer jewelry and a black purse, and just look really chic. And then this is the only other sweater that I brought. I actually bought this one in Paris a couple years ago and wear it all the time back in the States. It's not cashmere, but it's a really soft acrylic fabric, and I love the pop of color that it can add to outfits, especially that are black or very neutral. Then I have another pair of black page jeans this time. Honestly, if you're trying to pack in just a carry-on, I probably brought too many bottoms on this trip. I am wearing a pair of jeans and I have another pair of jeans here. If I were here for a week, then having two pairs of jeans I think would be essential because I wear them every day. But I am only in Europe for 5 days, and I think I could have gotten away with wearing just one pair of jeans and then also bringing a few more of like the thin tunics that could be layered on top of the leggings that I wear on the airplane, and that way I could have saved a little bit more space. So noted for next time. And speaking of the leggings, I have two pairs of leggings here, which I can speak to again. I probably could have just brought one, but I really do like to have a backup for sleeping, and just in case something happened to my leggings, I want to make sure that I have leggings to wear on the airplane. So these are both Athleta. One of them has zipper pockets, one of them's just plain, that would be more easily paired with that gold tunic sweater that I had shown you. but they're both incredibly comfortable and wonderful for just city life. Then I have a very thin zip-up sweatshirt and my nightgown here. I usually wouldn't pair these together, but I, again, needed just one hanger. And if I am not wearing my nightgown, I am wearing my one t-shirt that I brought that's really a soft cotton, and then I have one pair of, these are Cuddle Dud black pants, I guess long underwear is what the technical term is, but I just wear them as my pajama pants when I'm traveling. And this is great for if a hotel room is a little bit cooler. And that is everything in this closet here. It all stacks together in these two packing cubes from Eagle Creek that I love. And then, funny enough, is I actually bought some new clothes on this trip. And so I have two new pairs of the exact same pants that I absolutely adored when I went shopping in the Murray district earlier on this trip. I have a heck of a time because I'm 5'1", finding pants in the right length with the right inseam. And so I bought one in this dark green and then another in black. And so far I've been able to fit all of my new things in my carry-on as well, but my husband might have to help me out a little bit if I go back and buy a sweater that I had my eye on as well. And then I have one dress here. I loved this snakeskin print. I felt like with the gray and black and white pattern, it's very neutral and can pair with a lot of colors, like my blue sweater and my black sweater that I'm wearing, but also add a little bit of fun, fashionable, you know, chic intrigue that is great for an evening out in Paris too. Last but not least, I have another Eagle Creek, a smaller one that has just my, you know, underwear and bras in it. I'm not going to show it to you because I don't really like to do that when I'm going to post a video on the internet. And I have a very small Le Sport sack baggie with my jewelry in it. I don't know if I can make it so you can see it kind of there. It also has little ponytail holders and a hair clip. Literally, I probably brought 2 necklaces. I'm wearing 1 bracelet, my 1 watch, and just little tiny stud earrings. I've noticed that a lot of women in Europe don't wear big, bold jewelry, especially when they're out and about because they don't want to draw attention to themselves. So I keep bringing less and less jewelry on every subsequent trip. But that's okay because I can create my fashion through my shirts that I choose. So that is everything that I brought in my wardrobe for this trip. So far, it's worked out perfectly. It's given me a good range of what I need for a little bit cooler temperatures, and if the temperatures have been in the low 60s, which it was a couple days ago, because sometimes in autumn you never know what you're gonna find. So thanks guys for listening. I hope this helped with your packing, and happy travels to you all. Cheers!
Hey travelers, don't forget to subscribe and press that notification bell so you don't miss when I put out new and awesome travel videos.